So which one is this? Screens and Pickles?
Pickles! Screens and Pickles.
Hi!
Today I'm here with Ariel Bissett of BookTube fame.
Yeah, that's the one!
We've known each other for years and years. I don't even know if this is the first video that's going up of us together, but I'm gonna do the intro. Yeah, we've known each other for years and years, but we've never filmed together.
I don't know how we didn't do it.
I know.
It just doesn't make much sense.
Because you're from Canada.
Yes.
But you're...
then that's why.
Yeah. This is the thing. We've seen each other at VidCon. I haven't edited last year's VidCon video yet. We were roommates at VidCon.
Yeah! That was fun times, wasn't it?
That was good. It is about as hot in this room as it was at VidCon last year, just for reference.
Trying to pretend that I'm cool.
This is an episode of Screens and Pixels.
It means stuff that we consume online.
Yes.
Not the books.
Or in digital form. So it's like music, films, TV shows.
I'm gonna start with a TV show.
Yep.
Homeland. Starring Claire Danes. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my god.
Is it set in London?
No, it's set in the US.
Okay.
Basically, I've definitely heard of Homeland a lot before.
Yeah, me too.
Never got around to watching it. And for whatever reason, I walked into my brother's room, he had it on, and I was like, okay. And I just sat down and I watched the first episode with him. And I was like, can I keep watching this with you? And he's like, I mean, we've committed now.
How many seasons are there?
There's 6 right now.
Okay.
We binged the first season in literally 3 days.
Nice.
And each episode is an hour long. It is so addictive. The thing that I like the most about it, okay, there's multiple things, but one thing I love is the fact that I feel like a lot of shows try and build the climax. They try to crescendo to the final episode.
And here's just full on.
Homeland,
just all the time.
just every episode could be a finale. It's so exciting. Yeah. But also it deals really interestingly with mental health. The main character works for the CIA, but she has bipolar disorder. So that is like a big part of the show. It is so good. Cool. If you're looking for that addictive, fun show to watch, Homeland.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Is it on UK Netflix?
Don't know.
I'll figure that out. So concise.
I know what it's like to edit that video.
My first one is Big Little Lies. Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it. I've seen the first episode.
Okay, so it really reminded me of Desperate Housewives. Yeah. But it's very different.
Completely different, but it's so intense.
So it has, I don't know anyone's name.
Nicole Kidman. Reese Witherspoon.
Yes.
And I know her name.
Shailene Woodley.
Laura
Dern.
Laura Dern and Shailene Woodley. Yeah.
And they're basically living in this sort of like suburban seaside town in California, I'm gonna say. Most of them are really well off. And the idea is that like they meet every day bringing their kids to school and there's all this drama.
It is so
intense.
Dramatic. I watched the first episode and half of the second one. I want to keep watching. I just don't own it. So intense.
Also the intro, I love. It's like all these waves and it's this really cool song. I'll put the intro in the description so you can check it out. I got really into that intro. It's like Game of Thrones. You want to watch the intro every time. And so with this, I'm not skipping it.
It's unlike Game of Thrones where I skip it every time. It's also extremely good acting.
It's a TV show, but it feels like it's a film. Like it's filmed like a
it's
film.
It's HBO, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It deals with like, well, murder. But also like sexual assault and then also some more lighthearted topics. Like a lot of it is quite funny and then a lot of it is mega intense. And it does the same thing as How to Get Away with Murder where it goes like, something's happened. And then it's like flashback to the beginning. Oh yeah, it also has police interviews with like the people and the other people in the neighborhood.
The other randoms
really
that go to that school. The parents. And they don't like the main character. My next recommendation is The Heart of It by Estee Lalonde. Have you heard the first episode?
Yes, I have.
I really want to get more into podcasts, but I just like, I always find myself giving it a go. I try an episode and I'm like, eh.
So you listen to lots of first episodes and then,
I'm that person. I'll like try so many first episodes and I just can't find that many to commit to.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I love Estelle, give it a shot.
But it's really highly produced. It's like incredibly highly produced.
Extremely highly produced. It's very interesting. I also didn't really know what it was going to be about. Yeah. Like, was she just going to be interviewing people?
Yeah, because lots of different YouTubers have like done really different approaches. Like some people have picked a topic. Some people have talked about the stuff they talk about on their channel, and then some people have gone like in a totally different direction.
Or done like I feel like a common one is like advice. Like email me in, I'll give you advice on this topic. So I was kind of expecting that, I guess. And no, it's a really well told story arc incorporating an interview all around a topic, but each episode is a different topic.
Yeah.
So the first episode was about protest, and she tells this epic story about her first ever protest that she went to, and how she felt that she was on the wrong side of the protest. And I found it, like, I wouldn't have wanted to share that story.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, kudos on you for sharing that story. It was, but like we mentioned, it was very highly produced. There's a really cool sound effects and, like, you know, sound bites and stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited for the rest of the show.
My next one is something I have talked about before, but it was ages ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I've probably talked to you about as well. Alice Underground.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, a band? No! A theater show!
Yes. So this is immersive Alice in Wonderland theater under Waterloo
cool.
Station in London.
So cool.
So I went to this 2 years ago, and I recently got invited to come back because they've relaunched it. It's basically in the vaults underneath Waterloo
it's such
Station.
a cool idea.
And you get separated up. You're like a deck of cards. And so you walk through one of the best things, and there's a trailer that you can watch as well. You walk through this tunnel of books, like book pages.
Really?
And you can, like, touch them.
Oh.
And there's a lot of, like, oh, now I'm walking through, like, a furry corridor. But the idea is, yeah, you're a deck of cards, and you get split up, and then you get a guide who's, like, a playing card, like,
that.
dressed up like a card, who was like, right, we're going to show you around.
Yeah.
We're in the back end of the Queen of Hearts castle. There's, like, some steam and some, like, lots of weird corridors. But the most impressive thing about this is that it's coordinated so well. There's basically, I think at any time, there's like a bunch of groups of 10 people being led around, and you never see the other groups.
Isn't that insane?
And so you know, probably the moment you go into a room, like a second before that, someone else has closed the door, and that's like one of the most incredible parts of it.
Cool.
Every time you go, you get to do a different storyline, because first you get to choose if you want to eat or drink something.
Like
that's how you split up.
Yeah.
I think the storyline I did last time was, I preferred that one slightly more, but this time I got to do a role that I sort of got to only see from the other side the previous time. So I was like, oh, I'm doing the thing that I observed last time.
That's cool.
So that was really cool. We had some really, really incredible actors. You do get split up from the people you're with unless you're, like, really smart about it, but it's quite fun because you get reunited at the end, and, like...
So I was gonna ask, is there acting in it?
Yeah.
So
basically,
you're still
like,
seeing the story.
yeah, so you are constantly being put in rooms with different characters, and they, like, interact with you, but it's not in a, like, because I kind of hate interacting with people, so it's very, like, you can choose to engage, or
just,
someone else from the group will.
Yeah, or you can just
like,
watch.
or they'll just, like, give you a package, and they're just like, just hold this package. So I got to go to that. I got
such
free
a
tickets,
cool
and
thing.
it was awesome. It was really
I
good.
need to check it out. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland,
Oh, I'm not either, so
which
that's
I
fine.
feel like people get angry about. That's like a really beloved story.
Well, I like the book, but I'm not necessarily into the world as much as some people are.
Yeah.
But to be in it is pretty.
But
it's pretty
just
cool.
the idea of, like, getting to crawl around the underground, that's so
it's really
exciting.
cool.
So the next thing I want to mention is an online shop that I found.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called AnneSmilesStudio.com. It's an illustrator who makes these gorgeous prints, and basically I'm super excited about it because I just bought a print.
Can I see what it looks like? I
Yeah.
feel like I need some context.
So this is her art style.
That's cute.
And I got a print of Frida.
Nice.
And it's so cool. And let me tell you how I found her. Greg was doing a thing with your boyfriend. They were doing their Space Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Of course.
And I was just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I'll just read about Frida. Like, I know who she is, but I don't know anything about her life.
You were just...
I sat there, I read the entire Wikipedia article.
So now, like, I need a print.
I need a print. I need a representation of her in my room. But yeah, I found this print. It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And everything on her shop is beautiful.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll put a link in the description so you can do the thing that I'm doing right now, which is, like, scroll through on your phone. It's awesome. So it's, like, watercolors?
Yeah, it's kind of a watercolor, very kind of homey, comfortable. She has an Instagram as well.
Cool. I mean, I love following illustrators on Instagram, and also when I find creators that I like, that I'm like, oh, I might want to buy something from them in the future, I like just following them, because then from time to time you're like, all right, this person.
They got a new one.
Yeah. So next up I have 3 films, and I'm going to go through them mega quickly.
I'm excited to hear what they are.
First of all, Dunkirk.
Oof.
Saw it in IMAX. Never seen a film in IMAX before, I think. First of all, that was incredible. The sound, insane. For the first 15 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna lose my eardrums.
I'm going
but
to
you
go
get
down.
you get more into it.
It is astonishing.
Is It's a gorgeous film. I don't think we got taught about Dunkirk that much in like Dutch history class.
Yeah, this is interesting. I feel like it's a huge British cultural moment.
Did you also not know about it?
Canadian.
Yeah.
Like, I knew about it. I just didn't, like... I didn't know that much about it.
I literally had never heard the story in my life.
Okay.
So this was also a new story for me.
Yeah.
But I thought the way that the timing of it was done, so it's basically you get... And this is kind of funny because you have to, like, catch on to it. But it's like... They basically introduce it as like, for these characters you're seeing a week, for these characters you're seeing a day, for these characters you're seeing an hour,
and they all match up.
Love that. So that was really good.
So clever.
I saw My Neighbor Totoro, the Studio Ghibli film,
for the first time. Astonishing, a beautiful film. She's so happy.
It's really cute. So Lex did a screening of it, and I went to see that, and it was really, really lovely. I also saw, like a couple of weeks ago, I saw Howl's Moving Castle, which I had never seen.
That's my favorite Studio Ghibli.
I'm slowly making my way
You're
through
going
it.
through it.
And then finally, Okja.
I haven't seen this one.
So Okja is on Netflix, and it's the story of this like kind of half hippo big creature that...
It looks like a pig, sort of.
Yeah, it's like a hippo pig, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's this scheme that like they're given to all these farmers, and then they're gonna see who can raise this animal the best, and it's this girl.
So there's more than one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
and
it was
so
just
this girl grows up with this animal, and then the corporation that gave them to everyone is like, right, now we're taking them back and we're putting them into meat production. It's really adorable, and it's quite sad, and it's very like Hunger Gamesian in a way where it's like
classic dystopian queen over here.
Yeah,
like sort of Hunger Gamesy references.
It's good. So those are my 3 very quick movie recommendations.
Final thing I'm going to recommend is a BookTube channel, which is Books by Layness. So I found this during the BookTube-a-thon, which is a crazy readathon that happens here on YouTube. And
that you organize.
That I organize. And I just find it so much fun to watch a bunch of people's videos during that event, and I find so many new people, and this is a channel that really stood out to me. She makes amazing content.
Can I scroll through it while you...
Yes. Makes fantastic content, really interesting videos, and she makes a lot of videos about Black literature and about African American books and
excuse me, she also has a series called The Hamilton Diaries, so I'm into that.
Yeah, so she makes great videos, and I recommend her. I mean, I feel like we're always looking out for a new BookTube channel, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Check her out.
So that is a very long list of recommendations of stuff to go check out on the internet or in your local cinema. Go check out Ariel's channel.
We're making a video together.
We're doing a bunch of videos together, so
videos.
Yeah, go check it out. And now we get to say Dewey. You ready?
Yes. Dewey!